Today we'll be doing the 2024 March Gauteng Province question paper. The first question that we have is, the first thing that we observe is that we already have our factors out, and what we need to do is separate them. And then x is 2, or x is equal to -9. With this one, the first thing that we're going to do is transpose the 6x. And then we can use our quadratic formula to find the factors of x. For this inequality, we're going to begin solving it like a basic algebraic equation. So the first thing that we're going to do is find our factors of x. We can use the quadratic equation where our x where we find our x to be but just finding the x factors is not the complete version of the answer. What we're looking for is x values that allow this expression to be greater or equal to 0. One way we can find that out is by creating a timeline, where we have a -half, and then R3. From this point, we're going to insert a random number from this point, this side, to determine if either this is positive or negative. From this point, we can use +8, either 1 and -5. What we find is that if we substitute any of these numbers in this expression, we find that this side is positive, this is negative, this is positive. And since we're looking for what makes this expression positive or equal to 0, this point, these points are what we're looking for. These are closed circles because the equation says greater and equal. If we don't have an equal sign, then we need just a circle. Therefore, we're looking for x values that are greater or equal to -half, or x values that are greater or equal to 3. The final question on this section is the simultaneous equation, where we will be solving x and y at the same time. The first thing that we're going to do is take the most easiest looking question and work around it. The first one is 2y plus x minus 3 is equal to 0. That's easiest looking. So what we're going to do is make x the subject of the formula. This is your first equation, and this is your second equation. Then we substitute the first into the second equation. In the second equation, where we see x, we substitute 3 minus 2y. 3 minus 2y minus 3 minus 2y plus 5y squared is equal to 3. Expanding this is going to give us 9 plus 4y squared plus 12y minus 9y plus 6y squared plus 5y squared is equal to 3. 4y squared, 6y squared, 5y squared, that's going to be 15y squared. We have 12y minus 9, that's going to be, this is plus negative 3y minus 2y, plus therefore 12 plus 9, that's 21y. Then we have 9. If we transpose the 3 to that side, it becomes negative. So it's 9 minus 3 is going to be plus 6 is equal to 0. You can then insert this into your quadratic equation. What we find is that y is equal to 2 over 5 and 1, and then substitute y into the first equation. X is equal to 3 minus 2 times 1. 3 minus 2, that becomes 1. And then x is equal to 3 minus 2 times 2 over 5. That becomes 3 minus 4 over 5. That becomes 11 over 5.